Hello everyone, it's Melanie here. I hope you're all having an amazing day and having an amazing week wherever you are. And today I wanted to come on and chat about storytelling. So it's been one of the things that I know in the group that people have said that they are looking to be able to share their story, whether it's personally or their business or their work or both. And I think that it's so important to be able to share your story. So in the description is that your story is important. It's so important to be able to share it. It is of value. It is, people want to be able to hear other people's stories. So it's super important, and a lot of the things that I hear a lot from people is, well, what have I really got to share with people? And the thing is that everyone has something of value to share. Sometimes it's about really looking deeper at what is it that you have to share. So on that note, I'm going to start with a little bit of a story of something that I received in the mail today, which brings me so much joy when people take time out of their day to do things like that, where they post and use mail and handwrite things. I think it's super amazing. And I part of I've been using a lot of the oils, so part of Young Living, and I think they're beautiful. I love them. I love everything that it stands about. I'm super into using oils and being able to manifest things and bring abundance. So today's oil that I received from someone, Mel, she will be on at some point to watch this, so thank you so much, Mel. I literally received this literally 5 minutes before I jumped on, and I thought this would be a good way to just share some stories as well. And my oil that I got was, my life is filled with abundance, which is beautiful. And I want to share with you the note that she wrote. So Mel, when she does watch this maybe on replay, you might go, oh my gosh. So she wrote to me today, and she said, I just wanted to drop you a note to say hi and thank you for being in the Oily team. I haven't been able to engage, and she's had a baby recently, and obviously there's a lot of things going on there. But I've been admiring your amazing work in your business as well. You've been offering so much value to your community. In case you haven't been told today, you're very appreciated. I made this gift for you to amplify your success tenfold, sending you much love. And I honestly could have cried when I received that and read it, because I thought it was so beautiful. And I think when we share stories and we share things with people and we go out of our way to acknowledge people, because sometimes we just don't always know that. So your story is super important, and whether it is, we're telling stories every day, we're writing them down, we're writing them in notes and being able to share that with other people. And again, some of the problems that I see for anybody that's jumping on now is that people say, oh, I don't have a story, or I don't have much value. I don't actually know what I would say. So these are a lot of the things that I hear from people. What it really comes down to is that you are unsure, confused, overwhelmed about, where do I start? How much do I say? What do I say? And really, how much of value is it to people? And what I say to people is as well, of some people say, like, I don't have this transformational, traumatic experience that's happened in my life to value sharing a story. But that's okay, because your story of something that you have been on a journey is of value. So today I was working with a client, and she wanted to put herself forward to doing a speaking gig, but she said, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to add value to those groups. And I said, well, tell me why you think like that, because I see definitely that there's a story. And it really comes down to the inner voices that we have, that we might look at an audience and go, well, I might not be a mum, or I might not just have family, or I might not be in business, or I might just have started a business, but I work full-time or part-time. So how can I relate to those people? But there's so much of that that's valuable when you look really deeper into that audience that you could be speaking to. There is something deep down inside of you that's deep down inside of them that they need to hear. And when we unpacked that, it was actually about you're working part-time, you're building a business. There's so much value in being able to share that part of how you do that every day. How do you stop that work and then go into business mode? Like, how do you be able to do all of that? What have you learned over that time that you've been working part-time and working your business? What have you learned in that? So that's a story to be able to share. So I want you to think of is that, maybe who your audience is, what parts of you have learned in your journey that you could potentially be able to help other people. What have you learned in the process? So one of the things that I share and one of the things that I teach my clients to do is that if you have heard of the hero's journey, let me know in the comments, live or replay, give me a thumbs up if you've heard of the hero's journey by Joseph Callan. So using the hero's journey to be able to then see how your journey has transformed, then gives you an idea of how you can then communicate that with people. Because what you're wanting to do is the same as what movies do, the same as what songs do, is it takes you on a journey. So I see some thumbs up there, so people have heard of it. So if you haven't, go and Google it and find it. There is a documentary film that I have recently watched on YouTube, and it's called Finding Joe. And it's about the Finding Joe of the Joseph Callan of the hero's journey. It is on YouTube. If anybody contacts me, I can send you the link. It's free on YouTube. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes. It is an amazing, amazing watch. I watched it last week and it was just amazing. And for me, even as much as I do help people around crafting their story, it really resonated me more about right now more than ever. I believe that authenticity, sharing stories, and really sharing that hero's journey of what you've been through and what you've learned and what you have come out the other side is what you can be able to share to help other people more than ever right now. Hey everybody, so definitely look up the hero's journey so that you could start to see in your life how have you went through those adventure moments, the search moments, the journey, the challenges, the obstacles, and how you ended up transforming to where you are today. So we're constantly in the hero's journey. We live in it. We're in this cycle of overcoming certain things to then being able to come through it, and then we transform, and then we start again. So we start again on the next stage of our journey, and that's what we can be able to break down to be able to share with people. So that's something as a guide to be able to do that. But I want to be able to, look it up, everybody, the hero's journey. It's absolutely amazing. And you'll start to see that in the films that you watch, you'll start to see the hero's journey. So they use the hero's journey in lots of movies. So Pixar, for example, is the hero's journey of the movie industry, because we look at these animated movies and really it's for the adults start to see the hero's journey, right? The kids love it. However, when we watch it as adults, so say Finding Nemo, the hero's journey is hidden in there, because you've got Nemo that goes out into curiosity and wants to be able to see the ocean and find out what's going on. Marlin then becomes the hero in that journey because he has to overcome so many inner and external things that are going on for him to be able to then go out and find Nemo. There's so much that he has to overcome in order to go out there and do that. He has the turtles, he has Dory, he has all of these people that guide him and help him through adversity, the challenges, to be able to find Nemo. So you'll start to see this when you watch movies, and this is another way of how you can then develop the story of your journey to be able to help other people. So again, your story is really super important. You have a story, no matter whether you think it's insignificant or it's really small. There's parts of your journey that you have overcome that someone in the audience will relate to. Our story is not always going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. But I always say to people is that if your story resonates with one person in that audience, then you have made a difference in the life of someone else. But if you don't share that story, then you're not helping that one person. So that's what you want to think about is that you might help one person, 10 other people go, that was an amazing story. I don't relate to it, but they might relate to it down the line, but that's okay, because getting to share your story will help one person. Somebody will resonate with that. So the more that you can think about that, the more that you could think about, you know, writing down that note. Maybe you're just starting off by writing a note to someone, putting down the things that you're going through, what's maybe something that you've resonated with that person, and really start to think, what can you do to be able to have appreciation for someone else? Really start to be able to just share something. But honestly, storytelling is my biggest passion, and I'm going to be doing so much more around that because I believe that I'm being led into more of that. So again, let me know what I'm thinking of doing, because I know that everybody, because a few people commented on the post around storytelling. So what I'm thinking about putting together, let me know in the comments or message me. I'm thinking of 2 different things that I'm going to do. So let me know in the comments which one you think that would be quite good to take part in. So I'm either looking at doing a webinar with how to craft your story, giving you some more tips and strategies around that, or I'm looking at putting together a 5-day challenge or 5-day video to be able to give you something each and every single day. Let me know what would work for you, so then I can start to put that together. So I want to start putting things together that's just around separate and it's just about storytelling. So let me know in the comments what works or what you think would be a really good interest to you and what would work well for you. I could potentially do both, but for right now, let me know whether you'd love to be able to tune into like an hour webinar, or you would love to be able to take part in a 5-day program, or a 5-day course, or a 5-day challenge. Both of those would be free. So let me know which one would be quite appropriate for you. But just remember is that you're writing and you're telling your story every single day, whether it's in business, whether it's yourself, you're already doing it. You just need to be able to sit down and work through that. And if you are struggling a little bit with that as well, feel free to reach out with me. It is something that I do work with people around crafting that story. But when we come from the heart, so it's about creating that story and it's coming out of our head, thinking way too much about our audience, thinking way too much about judgment and what will people think, will people listen to me, then it's too much in your head. So you need to come out of your head and come into your heart and think, what is it that really resonates with me that I could really share, which means it could be something that you're not ready to do. And I always say to people, do what you can. You do not have to go to the deep, dark places of a story. Say what's comfortable to you to begin with. If you do have a story that you are that is more traumatic than other people, start where you're at. But the more you can think about the power of the story, or the stories that resonate with you, it will come from the heart. They will take you on a journey. They will take you on an emotional journey of highs and lows and transformations. So really thinking about that. And again, if you've not had any kind of story where you feel it's of value, still look at what some of the challenges that you've had, big or small, it doesn't matter. There's people that need to hear what you've went through in order for them to be able to gain help as well. Because there's lots of people out there that either have been through lots of obstacles and challenges or traumatic backgrounds, and then there's other people that haven't. So you're going to be able to resonate with two different types of people depending on your journey. But yeah, look up The Hero's Journey, look up Finding Joe. Let me know, anybody that does want to watch that. I do have the link straight to YouTube to find it. Let me know in the comments about some programs that I'm going to be doing around storytelling, and if you want to be able to learn a little bit more, keep me posted and I will jump in and do some more lives. But go out there, start writing your story, start telling your story, because you do have value and you do have something to be able to give to other people to make a difference in the world. So go out there, begin today and start sharing your story, and I will catch you all again very soon. See you all later. Bye.